About a year and a half ago. I stayed out in the woods for about a year, and he finally showed himself to me, because he doesn't just show himself to anybody, you know.
Right, not everybody.
He's a super magic man. He comes and he shows himself to you if he likes you.
Right.
Oh, I don't know. I knew he was around. He kept walking around, and then every time the full moon came up, he seemed to get closer and closer, and then I finally seen him. In fact, I didn't just see one. I seen several crossing between the trees and stuff.
Oh, so you got family for the night?
Yeah. Well, I had to figure out the routine, because everybody in the wilderness has a routine. You got your deer, they come through certain times of the day. You got your, squirrel. I mean, the night that I seen Sasquatch.
Hold on, I gotta do my tape.
Okay.
Okay, we're taking a little breather here.
Never forget. It's absolutely out of this world. It's amazing. When I seen him that night, alright, for example, how tall is that from there? That's about 14 foot. I'm 6'3". His head came up to here.
Wow, he's a bed sucker.
And
wow.
His head was like this.
That's a big
And his
one.
shoulders came down like this right here. And you could see real bright illuminating eyes. And the whole forest, the whole woods was completely quiet. It was silent out there. Completely silent. And then there was a smell in the air. And the feeling, the presence that they put off is something that'll make you. Well, I got a chill up my spine right now. It'll stand the hairs up on the back of his neck. And he stood up like this. Oh man, out of this world, completely amazing.
Large economy size, huh?
Oh man, they're there, but then they're gone. They appear, they disappear. They're a super magic. That's why nobody found it. But the presence is there.
Flip in and out.
I grew up with them. It was a chill at this point when they come around, and you can hear them run. Because they make noise and they holler. Yeah.
One time I liked my observation.
We
had one of those bionic ear things.
Oh. Okay.
I heard like a real deep, almost like a big male sitting on his butt against a tree, on the ground, relaxing.
That's him.
And
Marked off in the corner of the property right there with timber. There was a big timber here and a big timber here that was marked off in the corner of the property. And I knew right then and there that they passed back and forth through that. That's a marker.
that was a natural way of moving.
Yeah. And there was a tree limb that went through a tree trunk. Because they got something about them. It's a superpower. It's a magic. And that tree limb went through that trunk with a perfect hole right there. And that was what marked their spot right there. And that corner, I was always scared to go back there, But that's where they were. That's where I was. Oh, that's their crossing point. That's their territorial spot. You got to have respect for everybody. You can't just.
You're already in their living room to begin with.
Right. Side. But every night, you always hear like crickets, like all kinds of. I would hear coyotes, crickets, and all kinds of stuff. My dog wanted out, so I let her out. She comes running back in, and I always have to beg her to come back in. She was scratching at the door. I smelled this smell, I come running back inside the house and I heard this outside. So I go back out there, you know, because I'm weirded out at this point, you know. I'm only, the dog wants to come back in the house. I go out there. It was deadly silent. Deadly silent. Because every night I could hear the critters running around and the crickets and everything else. And then I smelled that smell. And I looked over there at the tree line. And there he stood. And I said, oh man.
Wow.
Amazing.
How far away?
Probably from the corner of the house. I didn't want to leave the corner of the house because I was a little bit scared to crap.
The end of the driveway?
No, not the end of the driveway.
Oh, about 100 feet, maybe?
Probably about 40 feet.
Well, I'll say
like
40 feet, okay.
That's
Like, see that light over there?
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
That's a good...
Kind of like that. Like, say, for example...
That's a good 100 feet.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that.
That can be close enough for giant monsters.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And then I seen him, my brother came out, and he said, man, do you see that? I said, I'm glad I'm not the only one that sees that. For a minute there, I thought, I wasn't drunk or high or anything.
Yeah.
He said, yeah, I see him too. And we kept sitting there watching them, and it was, everything was conducive to the whole, you know, the smell that was in the air is nothing that I can even explain yet. It was so musky, foul, like
rotten eggs.
Yeah, like
Like a skunk? What about like a skunk smell?
It was skunky. It was everything. It was just
Rotten meat.
It was really strong, really strong.
I had a young friend. What did they do? They just walked away or what?
Yeah. Yeah, they were making a pass.
How long did you have this encounter with this creature?
Well, I'm going to say about 20 minutes.
20 minutes? You and your brother stood there?
That's
a long time for
That's a long time.
Yeah.
Sure is.
Yeah.
But you guys just froze, like, I mean, you didn't
This creature never moved either, just watched you.
And he didn't move either, he just stood there.
I think he was like the boss or something. He was, yeah, I mean, he was standing
He's the
there.
boss.
And then the other ones were crossing between the trees. You could see him moving between the trees. And man, I get a chill right now.
They were different sizes?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Now, can you
There
tell
was
they
like
were male or females? Or?
I couldn't tell. There was a group of them. There were young ones, younger ones and older.
Short and tall.
Yeah.
How many are we talking here?
Probably about 6 to 8, maybe.
Wow.
About 6 to 8 of them. I never had an experience like that before.
Whoa.
I knew they were there, but
Imagine having that in the film.
boy,
That'd be amazing.
absolutely out of this world, you know. It's just amazing.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, movie. I'll take that one with me, you know.
Yeah, you do, you know, because, Rod, I can't forget that first one, all right?
Yeah.
You know, no, you don't.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, I wouldn't even get off the patio.
Because I wouldn't be moving at all.
Because they were just, I mean, like,
you was standing guard while his
I'm
family.
like this. He was like this. You know, and just staring at me. And then you can see him crossing between the trees. Like you could hear him shuffling around. Shuffling
He was
around.
kind of standing guard while his family moved past.
And the thing is, it was completely deadly silent out.
No bugs, no crickets, no animals, no deer, nothing.
Nothing. Everybody shut up and got the heck out of the way.
Wow.
That was...
You know, the woods at night are like it's noisy as hell.
Yeah. I can hear crickets inside my mom's house. My mom's house was built in 1834. It's way back off the road.
Oh, cool.
You can hear the crickets inside the house. That's how loud they are. That night, and my dog, house, that's what raised the hairs up on the back of my neck.